We wanted to have a special story time today to tell you Happy Mother's Day. We know it's this Sunday, and we just want to say thank you for how much you love your kids, how much you laugh with your kids, play with your kids, and learn with them. What you do does not go unnoticed, and we're so glad that we're able to work with you and just love your child as best we can. So we have a special story for you about a mommy raccoon and a baby raccoon. It's called The Kissing Hand. This book is really special to me because I remember reading it with my mom as a child. I get kind of emotional reading it. So here we go. Without further ado, The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. Illustrations by Ruth E. Harper and Nancy M. Leake. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. "I don't want to go to school," he told his mother. "I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, may I stay home with you?" Friends, do you see in this picture, little Chester Raccoon has some tears in his eyes. He's feeling sad because he wants to stay home with his mom. Do you ever feel that way? We love our moms so much, we just don't want to leave them. Mama Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. "Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do," she told him gently, "even if they seem strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start." You'll make new friends and play with new toys, read new books, and swing on new swings. Aren't those things we do at school too? We make new friends, we play with toys, and we read books too, just like Chester. "Besides," Mama Raccoon added, "I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home." Since Chester's a raccoon, he goes to school at nighttime because he's nocturnal and he's awake at night. Just so we're clear. Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. "A secret?" he asked his mom. "What kind of secret?" "A very old secret," said Mrs. Raccoon. "I learned it from my mother and she learned it from hers. It's called The Kissing Hand." "The Kissing Hand?" asked Chester. "What's that?" "I'll show you." Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and spread it open, his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm, and all the way to his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. "Now," she told Chester, "whenever you feel lonely and need a little loving from home, just press your hand to your cheek and think, 'Mommy loves me, Mommy loves you.' And that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty, warm thoughts." Friends, can you take your hand and press it to your cheek? Think of how much your mommy loves you, because she really does. She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. "Now do be careful not to lose it," she teased. "But don't worry, even when you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick." Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. Because our mother's love stays with us no matter where we go. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtful. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. He had a big smile on his face. "Give me your hand," he told her. You can see him grinning at his mother there. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her palm. Now you have a kissing hand too, he told her. And with a gentle goodbye and a sweet I love you, Chester turned and danced away. Mama Raccoon watched Chester scamper across the tree limb and enter school. As the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. Chester loves you, it sang. Chester loves you. See, sometimes it's even hard for mommies to say goodbye to us because they miss us just as much as we miss them. Chester left her with a special kissing hand so she could remember that he loves her too. And here's Chester at school. We can look at how many new friends he's going to make at school. What animals do you see here? I spot a bird. I see a mouse. Oh, I see 2 frogs. I see some bunny rabbits, a fox. There's Chester and some possums. There's a deer down in the corner on the ground. And that must be their teacher, the owl. I love you. Thank you, friends, for joining me with this very special book. Happy Mother's Day once again. Find a way to celebrate. Happy weekend. Goodbye.